It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium.
Coming up, well, we've got what can only be described as a mirror image matchup, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens and themselves.
Well, we thought this could get interesting. Here's interesting, an onside kick to start this thing. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. Now there's two sides to every. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington.
Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Dallas Cowboys. Set for football now at AT&T Stadium. Brandon Aubrey has the honors, and we are underway here in Arlington. From his end zone, here comes Justice Hill. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
Brandon, whatever happened to the old rule that if you don't know that you're definitely going to get it to at least a 20-yard line, you just take a knee in the end zone. Sometimes being too aggressive can actually cost you.
Right to the air is Jackson.
A short throw caught by Andrews. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Now a man who played high school ball here in LaGrange, Texas, J.K. Dobbins.
And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins.
And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
On second down, a run with Dobbins. And he's going to have a Ravens first down as he'll take this up to about the 33-yard line. They'll go again with Dobbins.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins. He'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there. From the 47 now, they'll work with a 2nd and 7. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins.
And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. This will be play number 9 coming up on this relatively long opening drive as they look to convert on 3rd down. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
A give, Dobbins trying the right side. 50 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 4. They'll run. This is Gus Edwards. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Jackson going to give this one to Edwards. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Running left is Edwards. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. They'll run here with Edwards. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, second and goal. Edwards will take this into the end zone. It's a Ravens touchdown. Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. And the Ravens lead at 7-0. So look at this. They got the 7-0 lead in the pocket, and they're going to try an onside kick. And the Cowboys are able to recover. So an onside kick fail in the first quarter. Not sure I completely see the logic there.
It's not apparent, is it? You almost have to go deeper, I think, and maybe if we try and work along with them and speculate a little bit here, they must feel like they need to steal possessions in this game, and maybe they don't match up possession for possession with the opposite team. They've got to steal it and try and gain an advantage, and they tried. They just didn't get it done.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. Second and 10. Here's Pollard again. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a third down coming up. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On third down, it's Prescott. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Prescott and Lamb hooking up for the Cowboy first.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big third down pickup to keep their drive alive.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Pollard will take it up the gut. Tackle there by Michael Pierce.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now second and 9. To throw is Prescott. He gets it to Cooks. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it, and the Ravens are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, There's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw or maybe the ball's tipped or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Right back to Dobbins on first. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 70 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. From the 33, here's a 2nd and 4. Another run here with Dobbins. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. They go play action with Jackson. Flush to his right. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. A handoff running left is Dobbins. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again. Dobbins trying the left side. And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning. Here's a give to Dobbins running right. And he is going to lose yardage here. 1 yard is the loss. They back up even further to a 3rd and 15.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. And Tucker, the former Longhorn, puts this one through. So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it, and he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
They work now on 2nd and 9. On the counter now, it's Dobbins. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. On 3rd down, here's Dobbins. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. And Tucker, the former Longhorn, puts this one through, and that will do it for this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the third quarter. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Second and 10. Here's Prescott. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A gain there of 30 big ones. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for first and 10. Prescott. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ferguson. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at first and goal.
Pollard will struggle to get to the line of scrimmage as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
From back at the 4, here's second and goal. Pollard again. And not a whole lot there as they'll get him down at about the 2. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
So now it's third and goal. This Raven defense trying to keep him out of the end zone. They'll try to run with Pollard. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. And no hesitation about this decision here. Confidently, they're going to go for this. Fourth and goal from the 3. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on fourth down, and my goodness, incomplete. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down. Jackson now down around his goal line. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. So still backed up, but the situation not as dire now. First and 10 at the 14. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up first and 10. On first and 10, it's Dobbins. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. They'll go again with... And it's out. He put it on the carpet. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Well, you had an offense working with a comfortable two-score lead here in the third quarter, and certainly doesn't feel as comfortable now following the turnover.
Yeah, you're right about that, because now the nerves start to come into play a little bit. You're a little bit jangled. You don't want to give your opponents any avenues to get back into the game. What you'd rather do, put up signs that say, roads closed.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
Meanwhile, Prescott's throw pulled in by Lamb. And he's going to get this inside the 30. First down, Prescott. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Kyle Hamilton picks it. And he will bring this back. It's a pick-6 and a Raven touchdown. Well, I mean, you get it. They're trying to make something happen here in this third quarter, CD, but I don't think a pick-6 is exactly what they had in mind.
No, not at all, because this offense, they've been stuck all game long. Haven't dented the scoreboard yet, and they're kind of forced to take a few chances here, and that one, it backfired in a big way.
And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. Three quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Arlington, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the fourth quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while. But everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
Now a 2nd and 10. Prescott now. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Oh, they try a lateral on the return, and now the ball's loose. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Prescott on first down. It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Prescott. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
The fumble on first down. Now here's 2nd down. Now Prescott. Under pressure, and they got to him again. They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Now Prescott. He finds his man complete. It's Ferguson. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. Dak and the offense still out there. They are going to go for it. He's got his target. That's complete. Touchdown, Cowboys. Brandon Cooks, 26 yards. And the Cowboys are finally on the board here in the fourth quarter. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Odafe Owe.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted, and remember, if you pick it off, you got a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And Dobbins is going to pick up a Ravens first down as he'll get this down to the 35-yard line. A give, Dobbins trying the right side.
And he will make his way back to where he started from, and that's all, as we will make our way to the 2-minute warning.
On second down, a run with Dobbins.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson.
Rolling to his left. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back into 32. It'll go as a sack, a loss of 3, and in turn, it takes us to a 4th down. Throwing is Jackson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back.
This is 1st and 10. Here's Dak.
Out to his left.
That is incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
They'll come up now on second down. Now Dak.
He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Marcus Williams.
And the Ravens will take over possession here up at the 44.
Well, there's a time and a place for everything. Down 2 scores late in the 4th. I get it. Now is the time to throw it downfield, but that one might just write an end to this ball game.
Yeah, I hear all the time how critical I am of play calls. Not in this situation. No other choice, really. Look at the clock, look at the scoreboard. Had to press it and take a chance.
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens.
They'll let the QB keep it here off the option.
He'll get a couple of yards on the keeper, but it's going to lead to a 4th down.
That was well coached and even better executed, because you saw him looking for the cutback lane, never materialized, and had excellent pursuit to stack that play up.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Here's Prescott. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
Well, this defense has been physical all game long, and it certainly looks like they're not going to back off and make things any easier. They want to keep making life miserable for the receivers all the way to the end.
Flushed out right. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Ravens are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away. So
the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of. But now, it's about taking the ball